Have you ever felt unloved? Have you ever questioned if anyone could truly care for you, flaws and all? If so, you're not alone. Many of us struggle with feelings of unworthiness and doubt, wondering if we're truly deserving of love. But there's a love that knows no bounds, a love that transcends our human understanding. This love isn't based on our actions or our worthiness. It's a love freely given, a love that's always there no matter what. This love is God's love for you. It's a love that's constant, unwavering, and unconditional. As 1 John 4:16 tells us, God is love. Whoever lives in love lives in God and God in them. This powerful verse reminds us that God's very essence is love. It's not just something he does, it's who he is at his core. And because God is love, his love for us is limitless and unending. Think about the most unconditional love you've ever experienced. Maybe it's the love of a parent, a spouse, or a dear friend. Now imagine that love magnified 1,000,000 times over. That's a glimpse into the depth of God's love for you. His love is not conditional upon your behavior. He doesn't love you because you're good, and he doesn't stop loving you when you make mistakes. His love is a constant, a beacon of hope in the darkest of storms. Living in the light of his love means accepting this incredible gift, embracing it with open arms. It means understanding that you are deeply loved, cherished, and valued beyond measure. When you truly grasp the depth of God's love, it changes everything. It transforms your perspective, your relationships, and your entire life. God's love isn't just a warm and fuzzy feeling, it's an active, powerful force that compels him to act on our behalf. The ultimate demonstration of his love is found in the sacrifice of his Son, Jesus Christ. Romans 5:8 says, "But God demonstrates his own love for us in this: while we were still sinners, Christ died for us." Think about that for a moment. While we were still far from God, while we were still living in our sin, Christ chose to die for us. He willingly took our place, enduring the punishment we deserved, so that we could experience the fullness of God's love and forgiveness. This is the ultimate act of love, a love that sacrifices everything for the sake of the beloved. It's a love that's beyond our comprehension, yet it's a love that's freely offered to each and every one of us. Section 4. Love in action. God's love isn't meant to be kept to ourselves, it's a love that's meant to be shared, a love that's meant to flow through us and touch the lives of others. 1 John chapter 4 verse 19 reminds us, we love because he first loved us. In other words, our ability to love others is a direct result of God's love for us. His love fills us, transforms us, and empowers us to love others in the same way he loves us. But how do we put love into action? How do we demonstrate God's love in our daily lives? It starts with small acts of kindness, compassion, and forgiveness. It's about putting others' needs before our own, extending grace even when it's hard, and choosing to see the best in everyone we meet. Love in action is about being a reflection of God's love to a world in desperate need of his grace. Section 5. A love that transforms. When we open our hearts to God's love and allow it to flow through us, it has the power to transform not only our own lives, but also the lives of those around us. Imagine a world where love is the driving force behind every decision, every interaction, every relationship. It's a world where forgiveness flows freely, compassion abounds, and kindness prevails. This is the world that God desires for us, a world where his love shines brightly in every corner. As you go about your day, remember the depth of God's love for you. Let it fill you with hope, peace, and joy, and let it inspire you to be a beacon of his love to everyone you meet. Remember, you are deeply loved, cherished, and valued beyond measure, and your life has the power to make a difference in the world, one act of love at a time.